start with bad beats from week 14. And in a game, the Falcons were projected to win handily. Buccaneers scored a touchdown with 31 seconds left. The Steelers were also expected to beat the Patriots, but then the Pats had their biggest scoring output in 5 games. And finally, the Chargers should have been more competitive against the Broncos, but Justin Herbert broke his finger in the first half. He'll now reportedly miss the rest of the season. With that, we welcome in predictive analyst Nick Giffen, who keeps track of our Action Network luck rankings every week. And just as a refresher, you use the actual versus expected scores to generate luck percentage, which helps you find value in the marketplace. So which games do you like this week coming up?
Yeah, we're going to go right to a luck matchup. And this one is the New Orleans Saints versus the New York Giants. Right now, the Saints -6. They're the unlucky team in this matchup with a luck difference of 25. They're ranked 31st in our luck rankings. New York Giants are ranked 6th. And a luck gap of 29.6%. Unlucky teams, I should say, with a luck difference of at least 24 places are 55, 37, and 4 against the spread over the last 6 years. However, home teams, which of course New Orleans is here, just 27, 24, and 2, which is 52.8%, which is barely enough to just cover that -110 juice. So not a strong signal here at all on this one. And I especially am not a huge fan of this one after the Giants were actually a bit unlucky last night to not beat Green Bay by even more. While New Orleans was a little bit lucky against Carolina, they won by a little bit more than expected. So I think this is a spot where it's tough to kind of back the Saints at -6. Maybe when they had opened at -4.5, that was a better number there. But right now, I think at this point, the luck matchup here is probably just a pass.
Yeah, all of a sudden the Giants have won 3 in a row. This game obviously means something in the playoff race, funny enough, because the NFC South is just so jumbled. You have 3 6 and 7 teams. So very, very interesting spot there for the Saints. How about in terms of a total? Does anything from your data jump out?
Yeah, this one's a fun one. We have a ugly luck over for the Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday Night Football. This has a luck total of +5.2. Luck totals of +5 or more after week 11 are 34, 18, and 1, which is just over 65% to the over in the last 6 years, including 4-1 to the over this year, and 3-0 to the over when the luck overs have been a primetime game, including 2 of those on Thursday Night Football. Last week, remember, the Steelers and Patriots were a luck over when everybody was on the under, and it went over. So that one felt good to hit there. I've gotten a lot of questions about, of course, Justin Herbert's injury. Easton Stick going to be the quarterback for the Chargers, but this doesn't really impact this because the books are already accounting for that with such a low total around 33 to 34. It's been bouncing around in there. You know, if Justin Herbert was healthy and not injured, this would be much closer to 40. So, you know, books are accounting for that. It's just, you know, I think the public is down on these teams based off what's happened recently. Over 90% of the tickets and 90% of the money coming in on the under. So it might be time to fade the public for the second straight Thursday Night Football game on these unders and take the over here. These teams, in their last 3 games each, they have averaged just 8.8 points scored. That's abysmal. But they have had 13.3 expected points scored, which is a difference of 4.5. And defensively, they've allowed 16.3 points per game on average in those last 3 versus 20.3 expected. So that's a difference of 4. So you add those 4 and 4.5, that's 8.5 points. These games are coming in more than a touchdown under expectation in each of the team's last 3 games. And we see that kind of trend. The over does tend to hit at a pretty high rate. This fell as low as 33 for bouncing up back to 33.5, 34 at some spots. So, maybe there'll be enough resistance there at 33 where if you see a 33.5 or a 33 again, probably want to snap that up. I haven't bet it yet myself, but I'm definitely going to be looking to take the over at some point prior to kickoff.
Okay, so what number do you want to see before where do you want to see it move to before you bet this?
Yeah, we've got mostly 34s on the board, a couple 33 and a half. So I'm fine taking the 33 and a half because 34 is a key number. 33 is also a key number. So if we can get a 33, that'd be huge to get that. But, you know, it's one of those things where we may not see that 33 again. It got down to 33 in a few places and immediately got pushed back up, not only to 33 and a half, but 34. So I think, you know, if we see a 33 and a half minus 110 juice, I'll probably end up taking that prior to kickoff.